Bongo ideas is in a very, very big trouble. Now, so I rough. Yeah, you can say court are order Bongo ideas. So, Kojo Forest, the image. And as I said, that screen is one of the biggest forest traders in Africa and beyond. You see, 170,000 Ghana cedis. That is the new currency. Old currency, be 170 billion for defaming Kojo Forest. So nkrofo efrefre me vim chale what dey happen between Kojo Forest and Bongo ideas. If you know bisa say chale go fit break down the story to our understanding. No say vim bars, that is what we normally do. Yeah, the updates no bremo. Answer never to our story in this, so I break it down the story for you. First thing, relax it. Next video we send a be follow and understand the see between Bongo ideas and Kojo Forest. Secondly, do well say over subscribe. Yes, sure. Watch video where you know subscribe. Do well. So over subscribe. Then in addition, turn on your post notification. Watch video when so on TikTok, X, Facebook, and Instagram. Full video no Vimbas on YouTube. So back to the story. What is happening between Kojo Forest and the Bongo ideas? Some few months ago, and a Bongo ideas and make a certain post on the X, formerly Twitter page. Ochemo was saying, this guy was scammer, Kojo Forest, was scamming Crawford with forest trading here and there, or make a defaming post about Kojo Forest. Well, Anya Kojo Forest, though, demanded say Bongo should apologize, which he didn't. Or the assembly echo court. Now, for all that while, people thought, say, I even thought, say, a case no I beans. Now, so that wasn't the case. Just a few hours ago, near really yeah. Emma Kojo Forest, we need this particular lawsuit against a Bongo idea. So, document from the court is circulating out there in Attácking. Mama yenko into detail what happened between Kojo Forest and Bongo ideas. Relaxing. Let's follow this story. So as you see on the screen, first document, and now in the High Court of Judicature, in the High Court of Justice General Jurisdiction Division 2, held in Accra on Tuesday, 28th day of January 2025, before His Lordship Justice Fosine Japan Bar, Justice of the High Court. So suit number no GJ/0829/2023. Bright Kojo Onipayede, plaintiff, and Albert Nathaniel Hyde, defendant. So plaintiff no Kojo Forest ni full name Bright Kojo Onipayede versus Bongo Ideas, whose real name is Albert Nathaniel Hyde. Or no any defendant no. Now judgment on 17th day of June 2023. The plaintiff, referring to Kojo Forest, issued amended right of summons and statement of claim against the defendant herein for the following reliefs: damages for libel in the sum of 1 million Ghana cedis, a perpetual injunction restraining the defendant from further publishing or causing to be published the above stated statement or any word similar to defamatory of the plaintiff, an unqualified public apology for of the statement complained of and particularized above, and public retraction of same on defendant's Twitter page, aggravated damages for the reckless and malicious publications of the said statement. So first thing, and it's almost say on 17th day of June, that is 17th June 2023, the plaintiff Kojo Forest the assembly court or say Yema Bongo ideas in 1 million Ghana cedis for making certain posts about him, defaming. Two, and he say Yema Bongo ideas order say money mention dimpo any of the socials, even though Pieni Ebisan Kojo Forest, who is Kojo Onye Din, money Boni Din, money draw anything about him on any socials. Or to also say Bongo ideas and Panacho court no enforce Bongo ideas say on Panacho through the same medium or did defame lastly on pay for damages what cause no. So yeah, to us exemplary damage just for the reckless and malicious publication of the said statement, costs including legal fees, any other reliefs his honourable court may deem fit. So in addition, kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo setting as example for the malicious and defaming post I'll make here about him. Also, cost of the legal fees. The lawyers are fire ɔmo researching case, even boys ɔmo screenshot any amount of spending on this case. Just the court should order Bongo ideas to pay for. Now any other relief court no ebe deem me right. Just a court no kura edwin ho no mu say 1 million ni so any paying the legal fees ni so whatsoever that he Kojo Forest deserves. The court should honor that for him. Now on 14th July 2023, the defendant was served by substituted service with the plaintiff's amended statement of claim and right of sermon. Although the defendant was duly served, the plaintiff's right of sermon and statement of claim by a substituted service, the defendant did not enter appearance or defense. On 16th April 2024, the plaintiff filed his witness statement and pre-trial checklist and exhibits. The plaintiff case, as can be found in his amended statement of claim, is that he is a widely respected social media influencer popularly known as Kojo Forest on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter social media applications into bracket. With a large following both in Ghana and abroad, Twitter is 78.8k, Instagram 156k, and YouTube 156,000 subscribers. According to the plaintiff, he also runs an academy through which plaintiff provides training on techniques for successful forex trading. Plaintiff said defendant is a self-professed internet blogger, popularly known as Bongo Ideas, who is notorious for publishing controversial statements about public figures on social media, particularly on Twitter, a social media application. So according to this side, on the 14th of July, and Kojo Forest the assembly court say Bongo Ideas defaming na ye serve Bongo Ideas na so Bongo Ideas are entitled to defense. So defense any say e be our lawyer e be throw a counter explain say this and this and this and a reason say court no and a clerk no analyze it. That's all case they may advise say Kojo Forest case wey dey engineer we can proceed to court. Because of proceedings, so now case near being inside, they may even make you pay the person who sue, that is the defendant. Now so Bongo Ideas anye emubia, even though or receive a document from Kojo Forest. Now Kojo Forest say, oh no, or a big boy who are building a brand. Instagram or 156,000, YouTube 156,000, and at Twitter or 78,800 followers. Enti Bongo Ideas in some no Troy and I defame also or no Kojo for our academy, which of course create trading or training for how to trade forex and send be successful. Bongo Ideas on the other hand, according to explanation of my notorious the oye say on Twitter na udidi nkrofo atem same way and a first portion just a Kojo Forest at the court. Relax you, the follow story no. Now the plaintiff averred that the defendant operates a public account on Twitter under the username Bongo Ideas with a following of approximately 86,800 followers. According to plaintiff, on or about March 2022, the plaintiff attended a party hosted by a fellow influencer at which the plaintiff met the defendant for the first time and briefly exchanged pleasantries with the defendant. According to the plaintiff, following their initial encounter on 10th April 2022, the defendant sent the plaintiff a direct message on Instagram in which the defendant requested that the plaintiff mentor the defendant and provide the defendant with guidelines on how to make money. Plaintiff said that owing to the defendant's notorious conduct on social media, the plaintiff refused to be associated in any way with or engage with the defendant and thus ignored the defendant's message. According to the plaintiff, following his refusal to respond to the messages of the defendant, from February 2023, the defendant began to regularly publish disparaging statements about the plaintiff on Twitter at the least opportunity. The plaintiff said the defendant published defamatory statements on defendant's Twitter timeline, which were in reference to the plaintiff. So, ɔsi somewhere in March 2022, ɛna kyerɛ sɛ ɔkɔɔ party bi ahyia Bongo ideas ɛwɔ hɔ. Na ɔmo kasaeɛ ɛna Bongo say, yo bro, you go fit put me on level, how I go fit make money, make a day okay. I say yes, of course. Now, after the party actually, na Bongo is sending in that particular message. Enti, I say no dream ho, only to realize say Bongo idea say the didn't prefer them on X into a trainer ho sign somewhere in February 2023, because one boa Bongo ntino or see Bongo shall say it didn't attempt make certain post about him on kyerɛ sɛ ne X page onye opportunity bɛ na omia ne kon na post bɛn ɛna Bongo ideas make yɛ ɛno ɛna kyerɛ sɛ yɛkɔ so ɛno nie particulars of the defamation that on 28th day of February 2023, the defendant published the following defamatory statement in a series of tweets or posts on Twitter which were in reference to him. I hate to give FX fraudsters like Kojo Forex a bite of my so-called ill-gotten clout, but a Ponzi schemer who steals from people and comes online to proudly show off deserves some hooting. Pay the people you defrauded first, and let's see if I could consider you for a beefing. Can we have a conversation about the numerous people you said your darkly tainted Forex ideas to at a high fee without results, the number of people out there who feel defrauded by you? The real ones know who you are and won't fall for your Ponzi scheming social media rich life. Out! This was actually the first post Bongo ideas make on 28th February. I say, Kojo Forex or running Ponzi scheme, sending or cash it out or Forex mono on Jindi. Now even academy in the crowd, the training crowd for teku, the people are not making their monies back. Into a idea, a yakwa. Into ono de onjindi na Bongo ideas mu feda say Kojo Forex are frauding crofo p, so he should pay those people send they may have a conversation. Now Otwasunso say that of 30th day of March 2023, the defendant again published the following statement in a series of tweets attaching photos of the plaintiff thereto on his Twitter timeline, which are in reference to the plaintiff. Forex trading alone did not get you these things. You do other shady business. If you legitimately make so much, why charge to teach? Tell the world the truth or I will. The Forex thingy is just a small part of the secretive online business empire. I will explain later. He runs. His profit from Forex, as he makes it seem, do not come because he's a genius in the game. There are OGs in the game who will tell you he's a liar. The likes of Elvis Justice Dems have been in the business for so long, but you never see them flex online. Don't fall for the social media antics. You will soon be disappointed that Forex is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Only the Ponzi schemers make it seem so. Which is, as for the number of people he's duped, sold fake lessons to, and the nitty-gritty of his illicit online money-making empire, that's a conversation for another day. More episodes are loading. On 30th March, and I just say, Kojo Forex essentially receiving another bass boost from Bongo ideas. Now, over here, Bongo ideas, as Kojo Forex, or yeah, other a business, illegal business apart from Forex. Now, so I would say who making enough money from Forex, why must you charge people to teach them? Now, or your Ponzi scheme or your criminal, just a whole lot of things and a Bongo ideas. Can't edify Kojo Forex. That was on the 30th of March 2023. So, furthermore, on the 18th of April, Bongo ideas and so etro at the forefront. Say, I've written a lot about you already. I've provided evidence about your fraudulent and shady deals that you masquerade as Forex nonsense. You've never been able to refute that, but rather cowardly pay people to report my account. Go pay them reporters. They gotta sue you, though. Bongo ideas, I say, watching nsɛm pii de afa Kojo Forex ho mfii no nanso akotwetwa nkrɔfoɔ sɛ report any account onkotwia ɔmo a ɔde ɔmo ka. So in case you are wondering say ɛdɛn ɛna Bongo ideas ɛka yɛde fa Kojo Forex ho a, these were the statements Bongo ideas make here about Kojo Forex. So Kojo Forex drag no ɛde ne kɔ court ɛma back and forth Bongo ideas and take the necessary step. People would say once I notify you, say retract and apologize. No, the first thing any say obey sir, say peace. But who believe you say you have a solid case, you have evidence to back your claim. I bet me I ignore. Now so almost serve you. I will say Uma or lawyer immediately step in for you. Say they would talk the issue. Probably you may win. Now no any court Eddie ruling a buyer. So this was the ruling. Finally a buyer on this particular case. As you see on the screen, I'm going to make reference Foley versus Ayuribi 1966, GLR 627. The second one, Green versus Adams, Supra. Takrade Floor Mills versus Samer Faris, Supra. So they are just making reference of similar cases on my daily in. And I'm saying the circumstance, I find that the statement was published on defendant Twitter timeline, which are found to be defamatory, were directed at the plaintiff. In consequence, I resolve issue C in favor of plaintiff against the defendant. In the light of the above analysis of fact of the case and the law from evidence before the court is satisfied that plaintiff was on the balance of probabilities able to prove his case. In consequence, judgment is entered for the plaintiffs as follows. 1. A declaration that the statement or words published by the defendant on Twitter timelines on 28th February 2023, 30th March 2023, 18th April 2023, and complained of by the plaintiff are defamatory of the plaintiff. An order of an unqualified public apology of the statement complained of and particularized in plaintiff's statement of claim and public retraction of the same on the defendant's Twitter page within 21 days from the date of the judgment. An order of perpetual injunction restraining defendant from any further publication or causing to be published the statement complained of by the plaintiff as above in the judgment or anywhere similar of defamatory of plaintiff. General damages of 100,000 Ghana cedis, reliefs, and respectively on aggravated, exemplary, and compensatory damages are award damages of 50,000 Ghana cedis, cost of 20,000 Ghana cedis. For Senator Pomba, justice of the high. Now, a ruling way by on Bongo ideas. Almost look, whatsoever Kojo Forex claim say why against him no cray and court no ama order say Emma nim post anything against Kojo Forex BM uncle apologize on X and farmer Kojo Forex. Also perpetual damage of 100,000 Ghana initially demanded 1 million and so almost were those Bongo Kojo Forex 100,000 Ghana cedis. Also 50,000 Ghana cedis will go for damages and then 20,000 will go for cost. That is lawyers for a pocket money. Until way NAA ruling about in case you are wondering what is happening between Bongo ideas and Kojo Forex. This is just the total update on this particular case. Kojo Forex also this 170K in Yano or the Bayer giveaway on the social media platforms. So what do you have to say after this? Do you think say Bongo ideas will be able to pay Bongo ideas I mean sure their open cell throw under the comment section for us. Oma money 21 days. Any update?
Vimbaz TV.